What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. Today, we're back with a movie review. Messed up there for a minute, but it's all good. Today, I'm going to talk about The Tax Collector. You know, the movie where Shia LaBeouf plays a cholo. Now, I was kind of interested to see this movie. I really wanted to watch it. I thought it looked interesting. I thought it had Training Day potential. But let me tell you what I found out today. I don't think this movie gonna build up to the hype that it was kind of throwing out there. The trailer was a lot better than the movie, and I'm about to break it down why I think that. The acting in the movie was non-existent. You had Shia LaBeouf, who played an amazing role in this movie, and everybody else around him was like, whatever. Like, seriously, like, honestly, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could have just lived without it. The fact that one of the main characters in the film that you follow around most of the time, Bobby Sanchez, I believe. Hold up. Why do I have this right here? Oh, Bobby Soto. My bad. Bobby Soto, who's the main character in the movie with Shia LaBeouf, he's the one that we're following most of the time. So let me go ahead and just give you an idea of what this movie is about. So essentially, it's these tax collectors, these people that go and pick up the money that the gangs in LA have to pay the mafia or whatever. And the Shia LaBeouf and Bobby's job is to go around and collect the money that's owed to them because they have to give a certain percentage to these high crime organizations. Something happens in the middle of the movie, and as you can see in the trailer, the main character's kids get kidnapped, and he has to try to find a way to get them back. That's in the trailer. It's not spoilers. It's out there already, all right? So that's the idea of the movie. Pretty simple, pretty basic, kind of seems like a generic hood story, right? Now, the fact that it wasn't really done correctly is by having a bunch of no-name actors surrounding people like Shia LaBeouf, people like George Lopez, and I could see George Lopez honestly being in this movie. But Shia LaBeouf honestly seemed out of place because he was the only real damn actor in this movie, right? And the fact that you had all of these unknown actors and it felt like it was really their first role, to me, it just brought down the potential of this film drastically, right? So when you have movies like Training Day, you have an all-star cast in the film that made the film what it is, right? You had a bunch of people who have acting chops. This movie, in my opinion, didn't have that. It just didn't have that. Like, the main character didn't seem believable. He seemed like I just pulled this man out of a freaking acting class at the YMCA drama club or something. I could have did better than that. You could have just go ahead, throw me on a flannel vest, put me on some lokes on. I could have did a better job as a cholo than him. He wasn't believable, right? Now, it's really hard to sit here and like, I'm honestly, like, I'm baffled that Shia LaBeouf honestly took this role. Maybe he just took it as a role to be like, hey, man, let me just go ahead and see how versatile my acting could be. But as limited as Shia LaBeouf is in this movie, he kind of owns the screen whenever he's on it. He's the most believable person in this movie, and it's like he wasn't even raised around the culture. So it's kind of weird when you see things like this and you're just like, damn, I feel like he nailed it more than the people who are actually about that life and been around that stuff. It's surprising. It's honestly really surprising. I know that he is a method actor and he went around and he drove around with gang members in LA in order to learn the lingo and how to carry yourself and everything like that. And I applaud him for it, and it honestly pays off. But the fact remains is that this is probably a role that, you know, you're never going to remember he actually played in, and honestly, it's not even going to get that kind of attention because it's going to be a non-factor. This movie is honestly going to be like turning to dust and blow away with the wind, right? The storyline is generic. The acting is mediocre. And the soundtrack is honestly whatever. Like, this seems like a regular hip hop filled hood movie soundtrack, right? It's not something, honestly, some of the music kind of seems out of place. It just seems like something that's coming on the radio. Like, you just bumping something on the radio. But at the same time, it's like, to me, it doesn't do a really good job at like setting the mood of this type of flick, right? Um, in all honesty, if I'm gonna have to give you, sorry about that, my dog is over there climbing on pillows. Uh, in all honesty, I give this movie a damn 2 out of 5. This movie's not that good. The acting is like very mediocre. The plot line is whatever it's been heard of. We've seen this story done before, but I really thought that I was going to see something really great, and I was going to see another classic, like kind of like a hood classic movie, but it just turned out to be like really mediocre. And I'm actually going to go into a spoiler section right now, if you don't mind. So my grade is a 2 out of 5, and I'm about to go into a spoiler section. So if you don't want to be spoiled, get your ass out of here. But in my honest opinion, I wouldn't buy this movie. You better find a black market way to stream this. Don't pay for it. You've been warned. Now, on to the spoilers. So you should be out. If you're not out, this is your last warning. Bam, spoilers. All right, so the main character, Bobby, or David, whatever the hell his name is, David, he's fucking boring, dude. I cannot stand this dude. He doesn't seem authentic. And it's just weird. Even his Spanish seems bad. Like, his Spanish just seems so, like, non-believable. Like, it seems very, my wife says it sounds very whitewashed. So, I'm honestly, me as a non-speaking black dude, I honestly hear it. I'm like, when he talks, it's just like, yo, keto. Yo, tango. Like, it just sounds really bad. Like, it sounds like somebody that just took a Spanish class and is learning how the linguistics of Spanish speaking. Like, he's a very terrible damn actor. It don't seem believable at all. George Lopez is in this movie for like 5 damn minutes. Man gets his head cut off, put in a damn cooler. Completely pointless, useless character, I guess. And then the best damn character in the movie, Shia LaBeouf, the best character in this movie, made this damn movie watchable for the first 30 or so minutes. Fucking dies. He gets killed. This dude gets me hyped up, and that trailer got me hyped up thinking that I'm about to watch Shia LaBeouf go around and kill a bunch of people. That damn scene in the commercial where he's like torturing some dude, dragging him by a damn belt is a flashback scene. I'm like, really? What? I'm sitting there thinking that this is going to be in real time. Like, he's going to be torturing some people and like, oh man, like really trying to get to the nitty gritty of it. Man, listen here. That shit was whack, dude. It was a flashback scene. Shia LaBeouf was only violent for about 2 minutes in this movie, maybe even 1. And honestly, it was a complete waste of character. If I was him, I'll demand double my salary. Whatever the movie makes, y'all better give it to him, because honestly, he's the only reason this movie was freaking watchable, and then he dies 30 minutes into the movie. So then it's like, what the hell am I? Me and my wife honestly checked out. We just like, damn, this movie ain't even watchable anymore. Like, we kind of lost interest. Like, damn, like, I guess we'll watch it to the end because we know we got to or whatever. So then you got some dude from Me Familia. What's his name? Jimmy Smits from Me Familia. He's in the movie. He doesn't pop out until the end of the damn movie. My wife points it out. She's like, hey, that's he was in Me Familia. And I'm like, really? She was like, yeah. She's like, he's in that movie. And Lord and behold, when we looked it up, yes, it was. So shouts out to her for her vast actor knowledge. So honestly, dude, I'm being honest with you. If you have to go see this movie or you want to see this movie, do yourself a favor. Find a streaming service that you don't have to pay for. Read between the lines. And go ahead and watch it. But as far as paying for this, I wouldn't do it. Stay far away from paying for this movie. Far away. This movie was mediocre. The script was whatever. The actors were fucking terrible. The only redeeming factor of this movie is Shia LaBeouf. Wait, hold on. Wait, another redeeming factor. The practical effects. I'll give them that. The gunshots, the blood squirts, the cutting and smashing in the head with toilet seats and shit, that was cool. You know, like the mangled bodies and all that cool stuff. That was interesting. Okay, that looked pretty realistic. But aside from the bloody mangled bodies and Shia LaBeouf, this movie has nothing. It has no soul. It has no life. It has nothing. Therefore, it will be nothing. This movie will be forgotten and eventually put on a discount shelf at a local Big Lots. I guarantee you. Might even be given out with a Happy Meal at McDonald's. They might be giving these shits out for free. Now, that's my review. I honestly didn't like the movie. That shit gets a 2 out of 5. Don't waste your time. I am begging you. I am warning you. And I'm telling you now, don't do it. At least legally. All right? Don't pay for this. I'm telling you now. I would have been very pissed off if I had to go to a movie theater and actually pay for this shit. So you're lucky that you have somebody like me that watched this terrible ass movie and let you watch my review, and I warn you ahead of time. So thank you very much. This is Davey from the 80s, and you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. If you haven't done so by now, hit the subscribe button. It's right there somewhere over there. I don't know, but you know where it's at. So hit that button, and I will see you next time. Adios.